when you say you're ready, Miss Elisabeth. Oh, Miss Elisabeth, do you have the permissions ready?
No, I can claim host if you'd like.
All right. Cool.
All right. Now I have power. Okay. All right, welcome to the voice class, you guys. So if you don't already, like I said, if you need water, make sure you have water so you feel hydrated. How's everyone feeling today? Sandra, Penelope, you guys doing good?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Okay. So today, I actually wanted to revisit a pretty common theme that I see amongst a lot of people is singing with the mouth open. So we have talked about this before, having a really open mouth when you sing, but it's just really something that has to keep being revisited because it is a muscle, working on your muscles in your face, your throat, your body. It just takes time to repeat things over and over again so that it really gets used to it, okay? So we're gonna be focused on opening the mouth, right? So was anyone there for the Penelope or Alessandra? Were you guys there the last time we talked about open mouth, singing with an open mouth?
I'm not sure, but I do know some things about the open mouth.
Right, I mean, yeah, it's not super complicated, right? It's just opening the mouth while we sing. So we're gonna go through some exercises today on how to work on relaxing the jaw, which has a lot to do with opening the mouth a lot. A lot of times we have a lot of tension in our jaw, so we tend to keep it pretty tight. And then we will go through some other exercises working on opening the mouth, and then we'll also go through a song. And then I will have a Q&A at the end if you would like to ask any questions at all about singing, right? So we're gonna go ahead and start with breathing. So do make sure that if you're in the class, you have your video on so that I can see you. So I can see if you're breathing efficiently, right? So we are gonna start with our breathing. So I am gonna start a metronome and we are going to do an S sound to the metronome for the counts that I say out loud. So if you would like, you can actually lay down on the ground if you want to feel the breathing space a little bit more in your stomach. So if you want, you can lay down on the ground on your back, or you can just stand up or sit up straight like I am. Okay. So we are going to breathe in for 4 counts, hold our breath for 4 counts, and then release all of our breath in 4 counts as well on the letter S. So it looks like this. Let me start my metronome. Okay. So it'd be breathe in, hold, and then S. We're gonna try to get all your breath out in 4. All right, so let's go ahead and try that together. Ready? You can put your hand on your tummy, or like I said, you can lay down so that you can feel this movement a little more. Ready? Breathe in, breathe in. 2, 3, 4, hold your breath. And then S. Now, a lot of times people don't get all of their breath out in time for that 4. That's totally fine. Just try to compress the rib cage a little faster. That way it gets out. Or you can also open up to SH instead, which will allow a little more air to come out. So if you find that you have a lot of breath left over, go ahead and switch over to SH instead of S. All right, now we are going to breathe in for 8 counts. So you'll take full 8 counts to breathe in. You'll hold your breath for 8 counts, and then you'll release your breath for 8 counts on S, or if you would like to make it a little harder, you can do SH. Ready? Let's breathe in together. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in 6, 7, 8. Hold your breath. All right. S. Cool. Did you guys make it to 8? Awesome. So like I said, if it's actually pretty easy for you, switch over to SH. It's a little harder. You'll find that you have to control your rib cage a lot more. All right, last one. We're going to breathe in for a really long time. We're going to breathe in for 12 counts. It definitely takes a really, really slow breath in. You're going to hold your breath for 12 counts, and then you're going to release for 12, okay? So you guys ready? 12, 12, 12. You can put your hand on your stomach so you can see what's going on. We're going to breathe in 12. Ready? Go. Breathe in. So you're breathing in for this whole time. Keep breathing in. I know it's a long time. 11, 12. Hold your breath. Try not to let any of your breath go. You're almost there. 9, 10, 11, 12. S. So make sure to do it nice and slow. That way you get all the way to 12. And if you want, you can do it SH. 10, 11, 12. Nice job. Do you guys get to 12? Penelope, Alessandra? Yeah? Awesome. So, like I said, if you would like to make it harder, do it on SH. It just releases more air at a time. So you have to control it more here. Or if you were kind of barely getting to 12, I recommend practicing it over and over on S. And this is definitely something you can do every single day to work on the breath support, all right? All right, good job, you guys. Now we're gonna go ahead and just warm up our voice real quick. And like I said, our main thing is gonna be focusing on opening our mouth. So we are going to do something to just warm up our voice with our breathing first, and then we're gonna go right into opening our mouth. So first, we're gonna do lip trills. And if lip trills are kind of hard, you can put your fingers on your cheeks and push up. And it helps make lip trills a little easier. So we're going to do a siren. A siren is where you sing from low to high and back down all together. So ready? Go ahead and breathe in. Make sure you feel this part go out. So breathe in. And then lip trill the siren. Okay, let's try it again. Make sure you breathe in. Breathe in. Ready? And if you are running out of breath, that's totally fine. Just make sure you come all the way. Just take a breath and then come back down, right? Very good. Okay, so now, because today we're talking about opening the mouth, we're going to start opening the mouth and working on those muscles to relax them so that we get that nice open sound. So we're going to do the siren again, but we're going to stick out our tongue this time. Okay? So you're going to breathe in and do ah. So ready? Go ahead and do that with me. Make sure you breathe in first. Ah. And you go as low as you can to as high as you can and back down. Ready? One more time. All together. Breathe in. Very nice, Alessandra. I saw your tongue sticking out. Nice job. And then also do make sure that you're not eating and singing at the same time, Penelope. I don't want you to choke on anything. And then our last siren, we're going to do just on ah, just a very open mouth. Okay? So ready? Breathe in. Ah. Very good. And you want to go all the way down, just as much as you want to go all the way up. Very good. Alessandra, can I hear you go ahead and give an example real quick?
Okay. Wait, so which one with?
Whichever your favorite is. The tongue or the ah?
I'm going to do the ah.
Okay. Very nice. Good job. Very good. Sounds very smooth. One thing, make sure that you keep your mouth open as you go down as well. And a lot of people do this where they go, ah, and then close their mouth as they go down. Make sure it stays open. Ah.
Okay.
The sound still comes out. Besides that, nice job. But it's a good opportunity because, like I said, a lot of people do that. So for anybody that's happening, just make sure you're aware of your mouth. A lot of times we're not aware that we're closing our mouth. So a really good way to fix that is to practice singing in a mirror. All right, so we are going to do just a face stretch real quick. We're gonna stretch our face, make sure it's ready to go. So I want you guys to open your eyebrows really big and your mouth really big. Go. Like, ah. And then make your face really small. And then make your face really big. And then make your face really small. Very good. Sandra, can I see you do your face big and small? think Alessandra's busy. Okay. So we're just stretching the face, getting the muscles warmed up, and just, they're not tight. So one more time, make your face really big. And make your face really small. Very good. Good job. So we're gonna do an exercise together. This is gonna help us relax our jaw. So if you have any jaw tension, or like your mouth tends to tense up a lot, or you have a habit of closing your mouth, this will really help with it. So you just wanna make sure that you relax your jaw as we go through it. So our exercise sounds like this. Ya, 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 ya. It's like Y-A. We're making a Y sound. And so you wanna make sure you really relax your jaw as you sing it. So you just kind of let your jaw fall. Ya, 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 ya. Ready? Let's all sing together. Ya, 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 ya. Ya, 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 ya. Ya, 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 ya. Again, make sure the jaw is really relaxed and that you're breathing in still. Ya, 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 ya. Good job. Ya, 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 ya. Ya, 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 ya. Ya, 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 ya. Make sure your mouth is dropping. Ya, 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 ya. Ya, 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 ya. Back down. Ya, 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 ya. Ya, 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 ya. Still breathe. Ya, 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 ya. You really want to feel your jaw moving a lot. Ya, 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 ya. Ya, 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 ya. Ya, 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 ya. Two more. Ya, 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 ya. Ya, 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 ya. Nice job, you guys. That's how your jaw's moving a lot. Very nice. All right, so another thing about opening the mouth is checking to see how big it is. So if you've seen my other class about opening the mouth, I talked about the 2-finger gap. So you take 2 fingers and you put them in your mouth, touching your top teeth. And that's how big your mouth should be. I tend to open my mouth a little bit bigger than that, but this is the minimum. At least that, okay? So like I said, you can put them on your top teeth. That way it doesn't touch your tongue. And then we're gonna sing like that. So you're gonna keep your fingers there, and we're gonna sing just on an ah with 2 fingers in our mouth. So same melody, we're gonna do ah. We're gonna keep those 2 fingers there, and your mouth touching your top teeth to make sure. Penelope, do you have your top teeth? No, you're missing those teeth. Okay, but just in between your mouth. So if you're missing your top 2 teeth, that's fine. Just 2 fingers in your mouth then. So we're gonna do an ah. Make sure you're still breathing. So we have that space the whole time. Ready? Ah. Ah. You kind of want to aim your sound over your fingers. Imagine singing over them. Ah. Ah. Good job, you guys. Ah. Breathe. Although I saw a yawn, and actually if you yawn, that's kind of a good thing because that means you're engaging your soft palate. So good job. Breathe. Let's do 2 more. Nice job, you guys. That's how your mouth open the entire time. So the fingers in there. Very good job. So the main thing after that is just make sure you're breathing. That way everything is nice and relaxed. And if you do tend to have any tension in your throat, just really try your best once you breathe to just relax into the vocal exercises. Just allow your voice to do the exercises, and don't force it to sound like anything. Just relax and let it sound like whatever it wants to sound like, all right? Nice job, you guys. So we stretched our faces, we did our yaws, we relaxed our jaws, we opened the 2-finger gap. So now we're gonna relax our tongue, and our tongue is gonna help us also get a really open sound. So we're gonna stick out our tongue and we're gonna sing. We're gonna do a bigger melody this time. It's gonna sound like, and you don't have to worry about being perfectly on pitch. Just gonna let your vocal cords slide up and slide down. We're just getting it to move And you keep your tongue sticking out the whole time and making sure that the mouth stays open. If it tends to want to pull back, you could either one, just hold your tongue out, but just keep reminding yourself to stick it back out, okay? Ready? Let's try it together. And it's going to sound weird. Just let it sound weird. You don't have to try to make it sound like, just let it sound like your tongue is sticking out. Ready? Probably sound kind of whiny. Make sure the tongue is still out. Breathe. Breathe in. One more. Back down. So if your tongue is getting tired, that's normal. Sometimes our tongue wants to like pull back in. It's kind of struggling. So just keep it out as much as you can, all right? Or at least past the bottom lip. Two more. Very nice. Good job. You should notice that it was pretty easy to sing those notes. I know it sounds weird. It sounds very whiny, but it should feel pretty relaxed in your throat when your tongue is sticking out. Now, Penelope, can I hear you do that little part? So go ahead and unmute yourself and go ahead and give us an example of what that sounds like in your voice. Very nice. Good job. So your tongue was sticking out. It sounded nice and relaxed. And it actually sounds really clear. If you've noticed, the sound isn't muffled. Like, oh, it comes very far out. It comes out nice and clearly. Very good.
What?
So also, if you tend to have a kind of muted sound, this is a really good exercise for you as well. That helps relax everything from the tongue to the jaw and keeping a really open mouth. Nice job, Penelope. Thank you for volunteering. Or I kind of volunteered you, but thank you for doing it. All right, so we are going to do a song today, and we're going to apply opening our mouth to it. So today I chose the song You Say by Lauren Daigle. I don't know if you guys have heard it. So I'm going to sing the chorus so that you guys can hear it once, and then we're going to break it down, okay? So, give you guys an example. I just want you to watch how open my mouth is. You say I am left when I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong when I think I am weak. You say I am help when I am falling short. When I don't belong, oh, you say I am yours. And I believe, oh, I believe what you say of me. Oh, I believe. All right, so we're gonna sing that together. So if you would like, you can also just look up the lyrics so you can follow along easily with me. The song is called You Say by Lauren Daigle. So if you want to look up the lyrics, you can. But if not, I am going to tell you the sentence first, and then we'll sing it together. So if you noticed when I said, when I sang that, my mouth was really open the entire time, probably way more than the 2-finger gap. And when you open it that much, you're going to get this really nice, strong sound, and it's not going to sound muffled or anything. So we're going to make sure we breathe, of course, but today we're really, really focusing on that really open sound. So some of the vowels you'll notice are easier to open, whereas the word believe is a little harder to open because E, we tend to say like this with our teeth kind of closed, believe. But when we sing, we're going to kind of open the E sound, believe. So try to see if you can say the word believe with that 2-finger gap. Go ahead and try that with me. Believe. It's kind of hard. So you're going to try to create the E sound with the back of the tongue going up, E. That way your teeth can separate. Believe. So it doesn't have to open as much as like ah, but we do still want that E sound to open. Believe. So try your best to not do this. Believe, but believe. Okay? So we're going to get there at the end of the course, but I just want you guys to pay attention. Some vowels are a little easier to open, whereas some are a little bit more difficult, and it's going to feel a little bit weirder. So we're going to start with, you say I am loved when I can't feel a thing. So you say I am loved when I can't feel a thing is the first line, okay? So you're going to really try to open. You say I, see how big that I is? I am loved when I can't feel a thing. And again, thing is going to be kind of hard to open, so we naturally want to say thing without opening our mouth. So try your best to open it as much as you can, okay? So let's try it right together. Ready? You say I am loved when I can't feel a thing. Good job, so it's a nice open mouth. The next part is you say I am strong when I think I am weak. Okay, so again, you say I am strong. Strong is pretty easy to open, so make sure you drop your jaw. When I think I am weak. And again, that weak, try to open it as much as you can. You say I'm strong when I think I'm weak. Ready? You say I am strong when I think I am weak. The next line, you say I am held when I am falling short. And really just try to use your mouth as much as possible. Ready? You say I am held when I am falling short. When I don't belong, oh, you say I am yours. Okay, so again, move your mouth as much as you can. Breathe. When I don't belong, oh, you say I am yours. And I want to see you guys do that again. I really want to see you guys open your mouth on the word yours. You say I am yours. So let's do that all together. Just you say I am yours. You say I am yours. Good job. That's awesome job. Now the next 2 lines are just, and I believe, oh, I believe. Ready? So try your best to drop your jaw, even though it's going to feel a little weird. Oh, I believe. Oh, I believe. The next line is what you say is me, I believe. What you say of me, oh, I believe. Nice job, you guys. Very good. So I saw some mouths opening there. Do either of you guys know this song? No, the first time you're hearing it? Oh, no, you've heard it before? Nice. All right, so I'm going to give you guys some little lines I'm going to have you guys try. And I really want you to try to open your mouth. So before I do that, we are going to stick our tongue out and try this melody again. So we're going to do So I want you to sing along with me, just sticking out your tongue. It's going to sound ridiculous. I know, it sounds really whiny, but we're just working on relaxing the tongue, dropping the jaw, and keeping a nice open sound. So ready? We're going to sound ridiculous together. So just tongue out. Ready? Very nice. Good job, Penelope. I saw your tongue sticking all the way out the whole time. Good job. All right. Penelope, can I hear you do? And I believe, oh, I believe. So just the 2 I believes.
I believe, I believe.
Very nice. Go ahead and say, what you say of me. Nice open mouth.
What you say of me.
That was great. And then, oh, I believe. Nice and open.
Oh, I believe.
Nice. That was so good, you guys. Give her a of applause. Good job, Penelope. That sounded awesome. Good job. It was nice and open. I love the passion. I love both of you guys, Alessandra and Penelope. I love when you guys sing. You guys have so much passion. I see you guys like singing your hearts out, so it's great. Good job. All right, Alessandra, I'm gonna have you try the you say I am loved when I can't feel a thing. So that's the you say I am loved when I can't feel a thing. Yeah, really open mouth. Okay, so go ahead and unmute yourself and go ahead and try that. You say I am loved when I can't feel a thing.
You say I am loved when I can't feel a thing.
Very good. Go ahead and try the next one. You say I am strong when I think I am weak.
You say I am strong when I feel
When I think I am weak.
weak.
There you go. Yeah. Good job. And then also go ahead and try the oh, I believe.
Oh, I believe.
Very nice. Good job. Yeah, you're opening your mouth just as much throughout that song. So very nice job, you guys. So now that we've gone through it a couple of times, go ahead and remute your microphone, and we're going to do it all together one more time, okay? So we're going to sing on the words. So like I said, if you need to, you can look up the lyrics so that you can follow along a little easier. But I'm just going to go through it. Try your best to follow along, okay? If you just get totally lost, you can just switch to your tongue out. All right, ready? Go ahead and mute your microphone for me, Alessandra.
Okay.
So we're going to try the whole chorus again. So it starts with you say I am loved when I can't feel a thing. Ready? So we're going to try the whole chorus again. Make sure you really, really open your mouth. I want you to really feel your mouth moving and you're breathing still. Ready, you guys? So, you say I am loved when I can't feel a thing. You stand strong. You say I am strong when I think I am weak. You say I am helped. You say I am helped when I'm falling short. I am falling short when I don't belong. When I don't belong. Oh, you say I am yours. I believe. And I believe. Really open. Oh, I believe. What you say of me. Oh, I believe. Good job, you guys. Awesome. So I really saw your guys' mouth moving. And every time you go to practice a song now, and you can definitely keep practicing this part, this specific song. It's a really fun song to sing. But anytime you sing any song, it's pretty good idea to warm up with some of the warm-ups we went over today. So we, of course, always start with warming up our breath. But then if you remember, we did a face stretch where we did really small and then really open. And just doing this just gets your face warmed up to move. Because a lot of times we actually don't move our faces that much when we just talk. We just kind of keep it normal. So you got to get used to opening and using your face to be a good singer. It also is going to help you act out your songs so that you connect with your audience more. And then some of the exercises we did, if you guys want to practice them at home, is the yeah, 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 yeah. Relax the jaw muscles. We also did the 2-finger space. Ah, and the tongue out. Ah. And you can honestly practice them to anything. So you can do it on the piano with your instrument, or you can just practice it to a song. So you could do yeah over the song. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. So you could sing the whole thing on yeah to relax your jaw. You could do the whole thing on ah, with 2 fingers in your mouth. Or like we did, you can do the whole thing with your tongue out, just depending on which one you like the best, or all 3. And once you do this, you'll find that your face, your mouth is just ready to go. It's much easier to start opening your mouth throughout your song. And then, of course, when you sing your song, make sure when you actually do the words that you're opening your mouth. And a really good way to make sure that you're doing that is to watch yourself in a mirror. So if you're watching yourself, then you can tell, like, oh, okay, I am opening my mouth. Or you may think you're opening your mouth and you're only doing this. You say I am not. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure you go, You say I am loved. And you can immediately hear the difference as well. And it feels better. Okay? So, I'm going to explain something real quick. So, starting in the voice class, I'm going to start asking one question every class to where you can get a prize if you answer enough of them correct. So once you get 10 points in this particular voice class, then you can get a prize from me, okay? So every class from now on, I will be asking one question. And if you get it right, you will get that point, and then I will write it down. You get 10, you get a prize. Sound good? Cool. So today's question is, what are the 3 exercises you can do to work on opening your mouth and relaxing the jaw and face? What are the 3 exercises? All right, Alessandra, I see your hand up.
One of the exercises is to put 2 fingers in your mouth and do that. And another thing is to stick out your tongue like that.
What was the 3rd one?
And the 3rd one was, I don't remember the 3rd one actually.
It was the sound that we made, or almost like a word.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. Nice job, Alessandra. So you got our first vocal point, so I'm gonna write that down. You have 1 point. So like I said, come back every class. Every class there will be an opportunity for you to get a point. Once you get 10 points in this class, you will get a prize. All right?
Oh.
So nice job. You have 1 point. And so I will ask one question every week to give out that point, okay?
Okay.
All right. So that concludes today's lesson about opening the mouth. So I hope you guys, your mouth feels nice and open and usable now. Also, of course, opening your mouth is going to help you to speak and sing clearer, so have better enunciation. So, of course, the more you get used to using your mouth, you're going to just sound better. People will understand you more. It's going to be easier to sing. So does anybody have any questions about either opening the mouth or anything with singing? Anything that you are struggling with, anything that you want to get better about, anything that you want to ask a vocal teacher about singing? Anything about like maybe if it hurts for you to sing throughout the week, or questions why something feels something, anything that you guys have on your mind about singing? No questions? You guys are good? All right. Mr. James, do you have any questions after the end of the class?
I do. So, what is, in your opinion, the best exercise that you see the best results for yourself in breathing? I know that they're all important, they're all equally challenging, but like, what is, like, if you had to pick between the vast, numerous amounts of exercises that you know, the one that you're like, this one, and let's say, not just your go-to, but the one that it's going to be maybe the most difficult for you, but you know you're going to get the most results from it if you persevere with.
So as I've learned different breathing exercises, the one that I felt when I did it consistently, because all of them have to be done consistently, and that's my number 1 tip, is whatever breathing exercise you choose, make sure you do it consistently. And that means every single day. That doesn't mean like once a week. That means every single day. And honestly, it usually only takes like 3 to 5 minutes to do a breathing exercise. And most people, you can just do it in the car, whether you're a kid just sitting in the car or you're an adult driving, you can just very easily throw that in there. So for me personally, the exercise that I found strengthened, I feel like, my understanding as well as the muscles, and helped my breathing get more in control, is actually the 360 breath that I have taught before. So that is where you put your hand on your stomach and you just literally feel the breath, move your hand forward, and then you relax. And you do that 10 times. And then you move to the rib cage and you do the same thing. You breathe in, You feel how your breath expands the ribcage. And you do that 10 times. And then you put your hand on your back. You breathe in and you feel that expansion in the back as well. You do that 10 times. And then you put your hands kind of all around you and you try to focus on expanding the entire 360 like tire all at the same time. And you do that 10 times. So it's 40 breaths in and out, kind of like reps of breathing. And then after all of that, holding TS, which I've done before, for 40 seconds. So taking that 360 breath and then really relaxed while trying to hold the rib cage out, not allowing it to drop, and trying to last for 40 seconds. That by far, when I did that every day, really, really trained my muscles really efficiently, and I found that my breath support, my breath control, and the ability to hold my rib cage out immensely grew. And that one actually, I see results with a lot of my students within like 2 to 3 weeks where they have a really, really good foundation of breathing. So that one is, for me, the most effective.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you. No, that definitely, having you explain it like that definitely makes it sound like it's a workout for your diaphragm, especially the ability to have to hold everything out while you're actually saying the TS. And that's a really great tip. Now, follow-up question with that is, what is the best exercise or number one exercise for you? And again, I shouldn't say number one, because I know that they're all good. I know this is a very subjective answer because there's so many exercises, but again, kind of like the go-to of like, if you just had time for one of these exercises to work on hitting pitch or ranging pitch and expanding the range in your pitch.
Okay, so just to clarify, are you asking how to get more accurate at matching pitch, or how to expand your ability?
Expand your range, I should say that. I apologize. Expand your range. Actually grow in your octave range. Okay,
specifically for high notes, one that I have found that really, really helps, and I've gotten a lot of my students to sing whistle tones with this exercise, and this is how I help them sing really high. So for those who don't know, whistle tones are your highest range above your head voice. So like Ariana Grande and all that stuff. So the one that I use a lot is whoop. It goes whoop, 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 whoop. And so it's a very open sound, whoop. And you just take it up. And using that W and having that really open ooh sound with a very soft palate is just really nice on the vocal cords. So as you go up, whoop, 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 and it starts getting kind of like thin, but that one I have found works really well personally for me and a lot of my female students for sure, to get up into their whistle tone range. But that one I have found really, really helps expand the upper range. But like you said, there are tons of them, and it honestly depends on what the main issue that someone is struggling with. So if someone is struggling with raising the soft palate, or if someone is just really, really tense in their vocal cords, or not their vocal cords, I'm sorry, with the swallowing muscles. So like their throat is like tensing up as they sing, then I might use a goo exercise. I might do because the G is going to make sure that really the swallowing muscles aren't going to engage. And so it does really depend on the individual person, but those are just a few of the ones I use. Also, lip trills are always one of my favorites to do because it really helps good breath support and good placement. So it's going to help you do the best you can. And then also personally for me, because I had a lot of tension in my tongue, sticking out my tongue and singing exercises that way. So I know that's like 4 of them. But those are some of the main ones I like to use for expanding high range. And then any exercise is going to really help you to relax into your chest voice, is going to help you expand into the chest voice and getting a clear understanding of vocal fry. So, so anyway, I know that's a lot, but yeah.
No, that was great. And then just a follow-up question with that. I think we've talked about this before, maybe 2 classes ago. So But just kind of as a follow-up for a guy, or I guess even more specifically for a girl, actually, in regards where guys are naturally able to do lower, have a lower octave and stuff. How would a girl or a female or somebody who struggles with the lower end, or to say that correctly, politically correctly there, somebody who struggles with actually singing, hitting a lower range, how would you, what's a great exercise to do that?
Right. So so personally, I am much better at singing high than I am low. So I would definitely be one of those people who needs to work on my chest voice in general. And I had to work on it for a while to give it any kind of like depth. So anything to kind of get into the speaking voice, I found works. So I've had people do like Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, and just saying it more in like a speaking tone. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, and then going down. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, and allowing it to go into a speaking voice, so it feels very natural for you, and then to allow it to go into vocal fry, and vocal fry is that sound. So a really, really simple exercise you could do is go, oh yeah. And this is going to help connect your chest voice down to your vocal fry, and the vocal fry will help to strengthen the chest voice. Again, it does depend on the individual. So I like to personally just allow my speaking voice to come into my chest voice, and that's how I kind of help to strengthen it. Depends on what the intention is. To expand would be definitely vocal fry. Vocal fry is going to help strengthen it as well. And then also having a really good support system in the diaphragm. So sometimes I literally just have people practice yelling like across the street, like, hey! And again, using what we naturally do with our speaking voice to encourage the growth of the chest voice, the thickening of the chest voice, and the range as well.
Okay, very cool. No, thank you. I know that we are out of time for today, but thank you for answering those questions. And again, if you guys have questions that you want to ask, like I said at the beginning of class, this is one of my favorite times because, granted, there are so many different ways to approach these exercises, and Ms. Elizabeth is correct that it really does depend on the individual, and that's why I like this Q&A, because you get to individualized question. I am asking generalized questions, and I kind of want to get, like, you know, Miss Elizabeth's private playlist of like what's she doing, how do I get better than her. I'm going to do her exercises. I got to do those 40-second breaths, you know, I got to do that 360 breathing. I got to turn into the Kool-Aid man. Oh yeah, you know. Gotta, you know, like, so, but I can get the you know, individualized. So I'm asking, you know, generalized questions. But if you are having specific problems, I do encourage you to tune in to this part, because to me, this is one of the most personally valuable times of this class. And I love being part of the community and singing that today. I wasn't, I had to be typing email on. But anyway, I so love this. But anyway, Elisabeth, thank you so much for an excellent class today. Thank you, Penelope and Alessandra, for tuning in. So great to see you guys. Thank you, everybody on Facebook. We hope to see you next week at 1 o'clock. And then also, everybody keep peeled for a email. We're about to be sending out a survey. I'm not going to tell you what that survey is, but I want everybody to be looking into their emails and getting ready to respond to the survey. It's very, very important to have your feedback. So anyway, everybody have a wonderful week, and we will see you at your next scheduled lesson. All right. Thanks so much, everybody. Bye.
Bye.